ready, start recording, and then we'll go from there. There we go. Alright. Oh, I also need to turn on... let's see. I did it. Good job. Way to go. Let's see. Okay. 5, 24, 20, 23. Okay. Way to go, bud. You hurt yourself. And you spelt myself wrong.
You're really leaving, Captain? Shouldn't you hear
All right.
up first? Yuna needs me with her now. I can't be
I'm just gonna
lying
let
about
this run while I go grab some beverages,
Yeah,
and then
Come
we'll
on, look sharp.
see after the cutscenes how this all goes.
The Blitz season just started. Don't make those faces, yeah? Well, see ya, boys. You be good. Captain. I can't hear you. Captain.
Are you sure?
Never liked long goodbyes anyway. Sorry for making you wait, Yuna. I have some promises
Oh
to keep.
crap, I gotta switch the game too. No.
From now on, I'm your full-time guardian.
Then welcome back, Sir Waka. Good to have you with us.
Hey. It's
Oh
good
no,
to
I don't
be
know
back,
actually whether
yeah?
my sound is
So, any news
give
on
me
what
mod,
happened?
baby.
Not really. We don't know where the
Here, let me
fumes
see if I
came
can find the
from.
mod on
Mr.
Steam.
Mike
I need
was
to
safe and
also
sound, thanks
message
to Mr. Seymour.
the creator
That's
and
about
let
it.
him know that I'm
Mr.
streaming.
Seymour's Aeon. It was so
How do I move this? This is so not the new like thing for.
Hey, you! Don't just stand there! All of this is your fault! Getting swallowed by sin, ending up here in Spira, not being able to go back to Xanark, and everything! I'm telling you, it's all your fault!
But yeah, I'll link the mod in the chat here in a second.
Who are you, anyway? You knew my old man, didn't you?
Yeah,
And you also knew Yuna's father?
that's correct.
Hey, man, there's no way! That's just impossible!
Nothing impossible about it. Jack, Vraska, and I, together we defeated Sin 10 years ago. Then I went to Xanarkand, where I watched over you, so that one day I could bring you to Spira.
Why did it have to be me?
Jeff asked me to.
Is he alive?
It depends on what you mean by alive. He is no longer human. But then, I felt something object there in that shell, wouldn't you? You must have felt him when you came in contact with Sin.
It can't be.
It is. Sin
It
is
is.
checked.
No, that's ridiculous! No way! I don't believe you!
But it is the truth. You'll see for yourself. Come with me.
If I say no,
Every story must have an ending.
I don't care about your stories!
I see. Sorry you feel that way. Fine then. Come or don't come, it's your decision.
You tell me it's my decision. But I don't have a choice, do I? You're the only one who can tell me what's going on anyways. I have to go with you. I have to.
Irritating. I know. Or are you afraid? It's all right.
Oren. Will I ever go home? Back to Xanarkand?
That's up to Jekt.
Jack's gonna be a dick and not let you go home.
I'm going to offer my services to Yuna. Come.
I just realized that sounds sort of like odd. I'm going to offer my services, like. Alright. I think I already got the chests over here. Yeah. Excuse me. I don't want to watch all of that again, so I'm just going to save real fast.
Think he's gonna stay here?
Sir Oren knows him, apparently. You were right. He did need someone he knew. Do you think he'll find a way back to Xanarkand?
In any case, I'll miss having him around.
He's still in town, isn't he? I think I'll go see him. Oh!
Whoa!
Sir Oren!
Yuna,
Sir,
I wish to become your guardian. Do you accept?
You're serious?
You refuse.
no. We accept, right, everyone?
Of course, no problem at all.
But why?
I promised Braska.
You promised my father?
Sure did, Toots.
Thank you, Sir Oren. You're welcome to join us.
And he comes too.
Hi, guys. Howdy.
This one I promised Jekt.
Is Sir Jekt alive?
Can't say. Haven't seen him in 10 years.
I see.
You'll meet eventually.
Yes, I'm looking forward to it.
What's our itinerary? Where are we headed?
Hey, come with me.
That's like the weirdest thing to like just have you
Hey,
run
watch.
like 5 feet.
Hey,
And I said I would do this, but here's the link to the actual mod
You sound sad.
in case other people want to
yeah,
try it.
maybe.
Want to scream?
I really don't think that's gonna help this time.
You know what?
Hmm?
It's embarrassing to say this myself, but summoners and their guardians are kind of like Spira's ray of light. A lot of people in Spira depend on us. I learned to practice smiling when I'm feeling sad, you know. I know it's hard.
Yeah. I understand. I think.
Right. Now let's see what you can do. Come on.
This is weird.
Next, try laughing out loud.
What?
Come on, show me.
This is gonna be rough. It's always rough listening.
You probably shouldn't laugh anymore.
Just keep laughing.
Too funny.
It was your idea.
Thank you.
Huh?
I want my journey to be full of laughter.
Okay.
If we should get separated, just whistle. I'll come running. I
Duh.
promise.
Well, let's go. What are you looking at?
We were just worried you guys might have gone crazy.
Sorry. Well then, all right. Now, we will go to the temple at Jose. And Guardians, don't forget to smile.
Okay, so the nice thing here is that there's a lot of time to just grind. Just grinding, grinding, grinding. Yep. Yeah, I'll just save here. Not gonna worry about it. Thought there was a chest there, but whatever. I think all I want to do is get close to Belgamine.
Huh. That one looks slow.
Oh, crap, this is
It's
scripted.
also tough. Let me handle this.
No way!
I wonder if you'll be able to, like, actually beat it.
What the?
It missed. That's hilarious. There we go.
Told ya, Sir Oran's the best.
That's hilarious.
I could have done that.
You will soon, Padawan. Just, like, give it, like, 20 hours. Okay. wonder if I'll be able to do enough damage. Should have cast Mole. Nice, just to be safe. Done it again. Oh, that's right, he's got that equipped. Crap, I don't know. Like, awkward now that...
Shield us from frigid blight.
Wait, oh my god, I'm an idiot.
Freeze.
Smart move by me. Should have done the opposite. Oh. Nice, an overkill. Okay, good. Get Arn some HP. I should have picked up a strength sphere as well, but I'll probably give that to Titus. Oof, yeah. Nice. Sorry if it's OT, but just talking more slow on his friends and they can turn me into the horn jump to me. Oh, really? So it's different depending on which console you play? Isn't that wonderful? Alright. Well, good thing I don't worry about doing that strat then overall. At the end of the day. So what I'm gonna do... Since I'm not using that, and hopefully the game doesn't crash. Okay. Separate the categories. Yeah, it's definitely faster to get, like, it's easier to get a world, oh my god, like, you get about a minute, basically, free with, the PS4 version on NTA, so I just don't see why we don't, you know, separate out the categories, because it does make a difference. Like, I could see how people thought it wouldn't, but it really, since it really does at the end of the day, it's kind of, you know, why don't we? I think my game's like eternally corrupted now because of the because I use the Seymour mod. But yeah, if it's a thing for ILs and versus not ILs, then I mean, it just makes complete sense to split them out. I'm not against it in any way.
Make way!
I'm here.
I should probably use Dark Attack too. Just to be safe.
Walk us back on the field and stay down.
Call by me. mean, in NTA, 1 minute, you know, like giving yourself an extra minute of time is kind of, it's important when it comes down to it. But, I don't know. It's hard to be sure. Use that. Dang, he's got a while before he's got an empty. No. Yuna has, yeah, he's gonna get a lot of HP soon, so. But, I mean, at the end of the day, with splitting out the category, it's kind of just something we probably talk about at some point, you know, if it does make that much of a difference. Yeah, you're not terrible. I mean, I don't think anybody ever thought that you were terrible, but oh, sleep and silence, get off my back. There's no bueno. Oh, I think she's got high evasion. Oh god, no. And she silenced. Great. Alright. Good news, everyone.
Let's end this.
Spoilerinos. Hey, you walked into the stream, bud. This is what you get.
No time to waste. Let's go.
You're free to leave. Nobody's tying you down. Oh, they would appreciate it if you stayed. One thing that's super nice is that, like, after every battle, all of your, like, stats go back to, like, there's no lingering status effects, which is really nice.
Don't break any bones, old man.
This is gonna be rough. Ooh, nice. Got the high end of the damage roll. Let's see. Fire!
Let me help.
Yeah, barely wrecked. Whoops, didn't need to do that, but she actually probably needs to be healed anyway. What? That's her max HP? Oh god. Whoops. Well, I'm bad, confirmed.
You called?
Oh, that deep, sexy voice from Waka.
You called?
Yeah, I did, Waka, you son of a bitch. Okay, it's nice to actually get spheres, though. Yay, more HP for Yuna. Then Tidus will get more crap here soon, so that's nice. I need to remember to use the Aeons because I want to use the overdrives on Belgamine. Okay, so let's get.
Back in the
Smack
fray.
him around a little bit to start. The fray? He's gonna teach us how to save a life? I feel like I'm just memeing now. Alright.
So, how shall we do this?
Wrong.
I foresee no difficulty.
You think I'm a funny guy, Hummer? Because I know I'm a funny guy. Alright.
Got you covered.
This would be nice for YouTube though, because I had a couple people comment on these videos where they were like, "Oh, I want to see more battles," and I'm like, "Oh, really? Like, you want to watch me grind for hours?" Oh God.
Yuna
Ooh,
here.
got riggedy wrecked.
Return to us.
Yeah, I'm just a funny guy. I should just go be like a comedian or something like that, right?
It's over.
Let's do stand up. Oh, well,
Woohoo!
probably should have paid attention to how much damage I was gonna do. Yeah, Waka, don't get cocky. Listen to Ruru. Ooh, Fireball. It's called Fireball. That's great. That's awesome. What is that? Power? Sure, yeah. I'm kind of realizing how important the extract power and stuff like that is going to be here soon. I don't need that. And I need more ability spheres, so I should be using Waka's ability. You can't be... Are you depressed from me making bad jokes? Is that what it is? Because I would probably be depressed too. These jokes are terrible. There's nothing you can do about it.
My turn now.
Is it? Yeah, Walker's, I'm realizing, is going to be really important coming up, like, here pretty soon. So I can get enough ability spheres to do everything. I'm going to buy all the abilities that I want. I'm also starting to wonder, like, what would super bosses be like in this game? Just in general. Like, let's end it together. Does that mean I have to use, like... I was gonna make some racist joke against, like, Italians, but I won't do that. I'll just say that that's where my mind went and stop. I don't want to have all of Italy, like, scrambling against me. Oh, spooky. Alright. Ooh, I remembered. Wait. I remember. Sorry, Hammer. Can't admit that it didn't go through every time.
I'm on a roll.
Just one more ability sphere at the other. I'm pretty sure usually those enemies don't appear until canceling my stream. Is that what you're doing? Calling it off. Been refereed away. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna be cheeky, so everybody gets a turn. Ah, look at how beautiful this is. Literally only wasted
Yuna here.
one enemy attack, and then I summon Defeat. I just thought of a good like like Italian way to kill yourself, which is it's not a funny joke. It's not a funny joke, but it made me laugh thinking about it.
Will you help us?
Yeah, sure. I mean, that's what he's here for, right? I don't know if I'm gonna do enough damage though to like kill him. I missed. Oh yeah, what a champ I am. Pasta la vista. Do you say, like, is that I just want to know if like you say that to each other as like a joke. Which would be terrible. But absolutely hilarious at the same time. No, because it's Spanish. I mean, really, aren't Italian and like in Spanish like real Spanish? You know that they speak in Spain. It's a meme, so I say you're just the king of memes, Hummer. But isn't it like really, really, really close? Like overall, like I thought each one was like kind of, you know, very close. Because I think when I was in college, there was another guy who was, I think he was from Latin America. But I can't remember. Was it Bolivia? I think he was Bolivian. And he said that like one time he like was speaking with an Italian, and like they could basically just speak to each other in their native languages, and like there was only like slight differences that, you know, they would like basically just get around with small stuff. I'm going to. I feel like if I boost, it's gonna just murder me instantly. Let's see how this goes. Whoa, that's exactly what I wanted. That, like, not even joking, that is exactly what I wanted. Okay. I mean, that's, like, convenient, at least, at the end of the day.
Back on the feet.
I think French is gibberish to everybody. Like, I think that's one thing I've noticed between, like, American English, or at least English in other languages, is I feel like English is a much slower spoken language overall. Like, you know what I really need is this guy. But like, yeah, I feel like English is a much slower spoken language overall, especially like American English, because I would listen to, like, when I was in Germany with on an exchange trip, and like, oh my god, they would be speaking like a mile, you know, 30 miles a minute, whereas me, it's kind of just like, great. You know, I can speak slowly enough that they can kind of like pick it apart as I go. Oh, can it not hit me? That's dumb. Americans. I was watching a stream earlier today where the guy was like making fun, like he had like one American guy. It was like he's playing Siege, and so he like invited some people from his stream to play with him, and lo and behold, one American was there, and apparently like this dude was like making fun of people because, you know, he's like, oh man, this dude's such an American. He was like from Texas and like really like outspoken and stuff like that, and it was interesting to watch. And I was like, but not all Americans are like Texans. Not everybody's from the South. It has a weird accent. Yeah, Americans, am I right? I'm just gonna go ahead and use this meow. Yeah, they are. It sounds like that stream needed some freedom. Are you sure about that, Dawson? That, like, we're all Americans are like that? Because, you know, I think we make fun of people who speak like that around here. But yeah, that stream, the dude was very interesting. Hell yeah, brother, guns! Guns!
As you wish.
But yeah, that, he was a very, like, I don't know, how to explain him? I don't know. He seemed like a very, I don't want to say hip, but like, pop culture-y at the end of the day, so. It's sort of, let's fix guns. Let's get guns in our guns while we're gunning in guns. Guns. Did I mention guns?
No problem.
I have no idea what I'm doing.
This ends
I forgot who I included and who I didn't. He was actually right when he said that. He said it ends now. It really does. I forgot to get Waka. Oh, sad news bears. It all feels good, man, all the time.
Do you know what those ruins are from?
Dude, Machen's like one of my favorite people.
Some old city?
One of my favorite NPCs.
A city most ancient. A terrible testament to sin's power. I tremble every time I see them.
Tremble.
Compared
Oh,
to
baby.
sin, humans are mere mud puppies.
But I believe humans are the only ones capable of defeating sin.
A good reply. I am relieved to hear you say that, milady Samala.
Oh?
Where are my manners? I am matron, a scholar, at your service, milady. I am on a journey, studying the history of our world, Spira, seeking its stories and secrets. My travels have taken me to
Big
many
spoilerinos?
places, and I am troubled by what
Not
I
for
have
a
seen.
while. It's gonna be a lot of grinding to make sure that I'm not like absolutely Regorino at the next boss. So it'll be a while.
We are counting on you, milady. Give them a reason to rejoice once more.
Hammer, did you actually even start playing
I
Final
will.
Fantasy X ever? Bruce Willis is dead. Oh, that's the most epic of spoilerinos. I've actually never seen should kill it. Okay. I've actually never seen what did I do? What's that movie called? Oh my god. I can't think of the movie name. My mind is blank. Oh man, this is sad.
Well then, what next?
The Sixth Sense. Ha! Got it. Okay. Did it. All on my own. I remembered what the movie is called. But yeah. Never seen The Sixth Sense. So, is that a crowning achievement in my life? Probably not. Let's see if this is a one-shot kill. It probably won't be. Oh, it is. Oh. There we go. The other two on Italian guy did a series on two series on the other. Oh, so you're waiting for this Italian guy. Oh, I see how it is. Oh, wait. Oh, okay, so it's, gotcha. Yeah, because his Final Fantasy Fridays have been sort of, slow, for lack of a better term, in my mind. But, I mean, it's still good. I'm really excited for when he plays 10 too, so I'll probably basically end up playing along with him to some degree.
I'll show you what I can do.
Probably taking,
Go ahead.
not like as much time as him, but, you know, a decent amount of time. Oh, yeah, it just takes forever, which is fine. I mean, yeah, I kind of wish I would have like seen more of his streams, but like he streams during the daytime mostly, so it's kind of just like meh. Sucks to miss most of it. Okay, I think I didn't put Titus in just yet. Yeah, 8's an interesting one to watch overall if you don't know what's going on either. It's just kind of like what. He spent 3 hours. Oh, that's so annoying. Like, that's the one that I would just be like, no, just move on, please. That was my one problem with 9. Next stream, oh god. And he finally gave up after that 3 hours. Oh my god. It sounds terrible. Yeah, see, that was one thing about 9 is like I've never really been much into like thief characters, and like the whole point of 9 is that the main character is the thief character. So yeah, it was kind of like it's a tad like frustrating when I didn't steal anything, and I was like, man, where are all the best weapons at? And then like I go back and look, and it's like, oh, all the best weapons you got to steal from the 4 fiends, and I'm like, are you kidding me? Like, what is this? Some sort of game? Which it is. Okay, stealing is bad, okay? Drugs are bad, okay? And you just a tank now with all of her HP. Hey, I get good, alright? I get good enough. And Dawson, if you're trying to be funny and say things during the stream, then I can't hear you, just so you know. Sorry, my roommate is being a funny guy and trying to... See, that just sounds... I guess... To me, finding all of the mini games in like 8 and 9 were like hard. Besides Triple Triad. Triple Triad is like...
Captain of the Jose
Love it.
And
Hello,
I'm
Lucille.
Alma.
Nice to meet you.
We've been charged to guard the high road.
It's so funny when you look at like the main characters like Titus and like all the Guardians, but like all the regular NPCs are just like just as low quality as the day it came out.
Good. We should get back to our rounds. Farewell. Our prayers are with you.
But yeah, Triple Triad was great. I wasn't really ever big on Final Fantasy IX's system because it just never didn't make sense, and like you had to kind of like teach yourself and just guess and check.
Why?
It's the right thing to do.
It's the right thing to do.
Yeah, Tetramaster. It made literally no sense, and I was like, I tried to do it like
said that a lot too.
2 or 3 times, and it just did not work out ever.
And every time he said it, it meant trouble for Braska and me.
Alright, so Belgamine is still chilling. I need to get this Aeon jacked up. But it just ain't coming around. Waka waka waka. Ooh, nice crit right there. Oh, that was spooky. Don't do that to me.
So, how shall we do this?
I don't even know why I use Blizzard, but... Ew. Yuna, I'm loving how much HP you have. I also need to turn off the animations for all of the long stuff. Like, for the long stuff. For like the summons and stuff like that. Just to move things along nicely. But yeah, how far along is Lobos in his Final Fantasy IX stuff? I thought he only had like a couple streams left. But I could be wrong. I'm wrong on a lot of things. Halfway? Oh my goodness. He's got a ways to go, basically, is what you're saying. Well, that's literally what you just said. Ugh, it's been a long day. For absolutely no reason. Yeah, so... Okay. For some reason I expected him to... I just expected him to be along faster. I have high expectations. Oh, did he? Plus, I know he's been playing Death Gambit recently, which I don't know. I've been watching Twitch streams less and less. How am I one of those people? Wait, one of those people? What did I miss? How am I one of those people? I haven't been paying. I'm not paying attention to what I'm saying, so. Yeah, I mean. Nah, like. Whoops.
My turn now.
Like, I'm not waiting for it to be done. I just kind of assumed he'd be done by now, is the thing. But I guess he only finished 8, like, relatively recently, so that's kind of like the... That's kind of what I'm getting at. I figured he would be done by now, but... Eh. These games can especially take a lot of time if you're only playing them like 3 hours at a time and trying to like catch back up into everything that's going on. You're probably gonna have a really hard time with 10 as soon as it comes out, just kind of like, what did I do last? What happened? And the stream's gonna like have a field day with all of it. There we go. That's what I wanted. Nice. I need to be getting more overkills, really, at the end of the day. Because I'm just not leveling up fast enough. He learned well. I'm wondering if he looked anything up to, like, kind of... you know, get the feel for anything of like how what he needed to do and stuff like that. Because I know you can basically like with Zell's limit, you can basically just repeat it the entire time, right? Because all you have to do is put in like 2 commands for each one every time, and it just makes it like kind of a joke. Let's see, White Magic, no Frost. Now we use no Frost. Yeah. Yeah, with Zell, you just, like... He has, like, one that's just, like, double X and one that's, like, triangle square or something like that. You just repeat those forever until he's dead. Because it only takes you, like, literally 1 frame to do any of it. Well, I mean, that's the purpose of a... You know, of like, basically the dice limit break. Because with Kate Sith, you can basically just, like, do the same exact thing and...
Back on the field.
get an insta-kill on everything, and there are like methods to like slow it down continuously as well, I'm pretty sure, with like all the rolling and stuff like that. What did I just do? What did I just do?
All right.
He healed the enemy. There we go. Ooh! Actually getting things. I only have 6. Okay, I have 6 abilities here, so not good. Sure.
Shield
No
us from
blaze.
fiery fury.
What up, Zick? Good to see you, dude. How goes it? But overall, going alright. Trying to grind basically for this next like hour on this difficulty mod. It's not like, it's not too terrible because I know how to play the game and I'm just kind of like making my way downtown more or less, but not too bad. Let's see. Yeah, dude. Somebody back in like June released basically a difficulty, like they released a difficulty mod on Steam, and I was like, I have to pick this up. And so far, there's two modes. One's called Chimera, one's Nightmare. And Chimera is, it's just they get like 1.5 times HP, and they do more damage, and then you also reduce the amount of like AP you get, among other things. So not the toughest ever, but certainly like just makes it more grindy, I think, at the end of the day. Whereas probably the Nightmare mod is kind of like you just gotta like learn to deal.
I'm here.
It's fun though overall. Gives it a little bit of a like, oh, you know what? I'm wondering right now if I have enough MP to kill this. Oh god, ruh-roh. But yeah, it's fun so far. But how have you been, dude? I haven't like seen any of your streams in a while. I know you like took a break for a bit, and I don't think you streamed tonight. So just taking it easy for a while. Yes. Just enough. Just enough. But one thing I will do is, that's the mod. Oh god. I have to flee here. Maybe. Nah, we're good. Let's just get out of this. There we go. Yeah, I feel ya. Definitely felt the same way after moving back home for a while. I was like, holy crap, like I do not have enough time in the universe to get any of this done. So I respect taking a break.
Farewell.
There have been reports of a large feat. Do take care, summoner you.
Oh, sweet, really? Dude, that sounds great. I can't justify speedrunning Octopath. Well, I couldn't justify buying it immediately just because I was a little bit short. Like the move and like taking time off from work and stuff like that left me a little bit short. Hello, Gun for Hire. It's something that's available on Steam. Let me know if you did not see the last link I just posted for it, and I can post it in the chat for you. But that's awesome. Like how long does it take to like speedrun? I guess overall. I figured it would take several hours, if not. But whew, thank you, Hammer. Doing God's work. Let's see. I should probably save after
It is an
I'm gonna
honor,
beat
sir.
this set of mobs. Oh, really? Wow, that's actually all main stories. That doesn't seem too bad, honestly, at the end of the day, like, for full stories and stuff like that. Now, I've heard the game is, I guess I don't want to say segmented, but, like, there really isn't, like, like, there isn't, like, kind of, like, a central cohesive story to everything, kind of like Final Fantasy, where it kind of just, like, picks up a bunch of people and says, yep, here you go, here is evil dude, kill him, world save sort of deal, but it's kind of just, like, yep, there's, like, the 8 characters that come together for, like, you know, just do their stories, you know, it's kind of just all happenstance, but, you know, that's at least what I heard, and that's what's kind of kept me away from it a little bit, is I do like the cohesive stories for the most part, but yeah. I'll probably pick it up like next month after Spider-Man comes out, because I'm like too hyped for that game. Like, I feel like I'm talking about it too much, but I'm very hyped. Gun, this game, the mod basically, so there's like 3 different settings you can use for it. 2 of the 3 are just like pure difficulty things, where it's Chimera mode and Nightmare. Chimera mode is like 1.5 times health, enemies do more damage, and you get less AP. Just kind of makes the game a little bit more grindy at this point from what I'm seeing. And then there's Nightmare mode, which I figure at the end of the day is probably just going to make it like a real challenge mode. Like, you can't, like, either you're grinding for more hours on end, or basically you're trying to basically go through the game at a low level. So those are the main 2. And then the last one is Seymour's Path, which basically replaces Kimahri with Seymour. And Seymour uses like all of Kimahri's everything, and it makes it a little bit odd to use. I started with the Seymour's Path thing, but it made some of the like cutscenes and well, not the cutscenes, but like when Kimahri learns Lancet and stuff like that, a little bit odd. So I kind of locked into some weird things going on. So I kind of just stopped and was like, I'm just gonna go through with Chimera mode at this point and just let it be. So. But overall, good mod so far. Like, I'm enjoying it. It's like, again, it's more grindy, but I don't mind the grind of Final Fantasy games, really, at the end of the day, so not something I'm really going to complain about. Let's see. Overkill this yet? I did good. Yeah, it's very simplistic. I mean, it's a good mod, and I definitely enjoy it. And it's definitely worth it. I think it's worth my time to give me a little bit of a difference in the game, but you know, you can kind of make that choice on your own. What's nice is that you don't have to do anything special for the mod. It's not like you have to, you know, install it and then everything becomes whatever you're saying. It's just when you load into the game, just flip on the mod, click which ones that you want to apply to it, and then it works. So overall, very nice. And luckily enough, the creator of the mod was nice enough to agree to let me stream it. So something that I feel nice and like title's a bad word. Feel good that he let me do it. So, let's see.
Farewell. That's how it's done.
Nice. More ability spheres, that's what I want. Finally, more HP. None off the top of my head. I had, like, this was my first foray into at least Final Fantasy modding overall, because I saw this in Final Fantasy X, my favorite game of all time. So I was like, "Holy crap, I have to do this!" But yeah, nothing off the top of my head. But I mean, if you have any suggestions, I'd love to hear them. But this one overall, it's pretty good. Pretty good. I'll probably take more time to look into more mods. Can't wait for Spidey Boy 2. I mean, Hammer, what is it, like 3 a.m. in Italy right now? So go to bed. Like, I don't... don't blame me for sleeping. But have a good night. Take it easy, sir, and I'll catch you later. Let's see. Actually correctly using No Blaze this time instead of No Frost, because I'm a smartykins. Let's see. I mean, I feel like he could fix it, but at this point, I'm okay with it. You meme enough into my stream that I'll deal. But yeah, sleep tight, man. Take it easy, and I will probably catch you tomorrow if I'm streaming, but we'll see. I don't want to make any promises at this point. Ruru. No, I'm thinking now, and I really should have given Lulu that HP boost, because I don't think she has any more for... yeah, it's my fault as the American streamer. You're just on our clock now, Hammer. Just move to the US. It's cool. Don't worry about it. Just immigrate. But sleep tight, dude. Yeah, Gun. I'm a big fan of 7. I really do enjoy it. I just haven't purchased it for the PC. Is the main issue. That's really like the hard block for a lot of these streams. Is still running on like a lot of what I have is on the PS4 and others. So I have considered maybe trying to speedrun Final Fantasy VII, but it's quite a long speedrun at the end of the day, so it's kind of like, like, I don't want to justify it too much because I know my P-brain may or may not, at the end of the day, like, be able to handle the amount of time that it takes. Alright, let's, oh, okay. I need to, who hasn't gone? I keep talking. They got a new skip for 7? Oh, that sounds... like I want to say that sounds dirty, but I like it. Might have to. I mean, I wonder if they'll go to GDQ with that skip. That'd be pretty cool. Like I would gladly sit through a GDQ to watch that. But yeah, that's pretty cool though overall. I think they every few months or so they. Oh, really? Nice. I mean, that's a... At this point, with how much they've looked into that game, that is 15 minutes is a huge amount of time. And it's still nice to see that, like, you know, with that game being 21 years old now at this point, like, that they can still find stuff like that. Okay. I'm now going to save, and I'm going to go fight Belgamine. That's the plan. Stan. Overkill. Oh, nice. I love it when I get good damage rolls like that. So I actually want to just do this. Fire this guy. Some more overkills. And heal with Yuna.
Let them come.
Use the extractability on this little Joneser.
Leave those to serve.
Then I'll leave him to Sir Aaron. Yeah, I will.
No problem.
Calm yourself. So do that. Have her heal herself because I want the healer overdrive, and I think Kamari went, so Aaron to end the day. Alright. Good. Nice. Get more ability spheres. Leave. You know what, Zik? How about you leave those to Sir Aaron, okay? Don't tell me how to live my life. Game is such a crappy one, but whatever. Alright. I really need to take a bathroom break. And I'll be back in like 5 minutes. 5 minutes. 2 minutes. That's a much better guesstimate at the end of the day. Be right back. back. Hopefully that wasn't 2 minutes like I said, it was much faster. But, here we go. Alright, so go for a quick save, and finally do Belgamine. Oof. But Gunfire, I do want to ask, like, is it just a texture mod basically for PC that it replaces everything, or is it mostly like or does it do anything else? I guess, but the text, if you could link it in the chat too, because I don't think I have any just new models. Oh, okay. Huh. Yeah, if you could link it in the chat, new battle screens too. Ooh. Man, you are enticing me. And I have too many games upcoming right now that I want to play. But yeah, if you feel, just whisper it to me, and then I'll throw it in the chat if you want. If you can find it. That sounds pretty nice. Just so I can find it again. For sure. But yeah, that seems pretty cool. It's simple yet elegant. And yes, Zick, the hope is to go to GDQ. I've already taken the week off of work. The plan right now is that I believe Church Neo is going to be running if the run gets accepted, and yeah, that's really about it.
Well then, what
You know
next?
what I should do is I want more ability spheres, but yeah, take your time, Gun for Hire. Like, it's definitely not super pertinent, but very interested to see it more or less. So, if you can find it, but yeah. Okay, so I didn't know what I wanted to do, but it's fine.
Allow me.
Are you going to GDQ, Zick, for anything? Any new Owlboy stuff going on? Yeah, dude, that'd be awesome. I'd really love that. That sounds like a lot of fun. But yeah, I'm definitely planning on going up. Like I said, if I trusted mods, the crap I would do it myself. Yeah, I don't really mind too much about the whole if trying a mod thing, but yeah, I say go for it. I'd love to see a stream of it. But yeah, Zick, we'll definitely have to grab a brewski. Sounds like a bunch of fun. Are you just kind of going to be, or have you submitted anything, Zick? That's more what I want to know at the end of the day. Dude, DS1 mods are pretty good. I finally picked up Remastered on PC. I only played through it a few times though. Didn't do anything really crazy with it at the end of the day. I thought about speedrunning it, but like, really, like, I don't know. It seems pretty intense overall, and I haven't done a lot of practice with it. And I feel like I'd rather focus on Shadow of the Colossus speedruns. But yeah, would you do like mod texture stuff, kind of like you said with Final Fantasy VII, or like kind of just overall things, I guess, is the main question. But no, you haven't submitted yet, Zick? I'm surprised. But I mean, at the end of the day, I think has it been like a year since Owlboy stuff has been submitted? And I think you or maybe Viz, if I remember correctly, said that like there's been some new skips found out recently. So I'd be interested, like that'd be interesting to see overall. I still haven't even played through Owlboy 100%, and I think I bought it for my PC. Like, I started playing it, and yeah, grab some time then. But yeah, like I started playing it, but I just never I never got past. Where did I get? I think I got past the first cave and picked up I don't know any of the character names, but like the big red character's name, the one that like fires through like walls and stuff that are, you know, breakable, is the first major character that I picked up after. What's his best friend's name? I don't remember anything. I feel bad now, but yeah. Oh, nice. At least there's good categories that haven't been done. Like with Shadow, there isn't like there isn't much else besides NTA and the fact that there's been a remaster, and it's kind of like, hopefully the remaster is great. But I think with Spaghetti and me on the couch, like, you know, we'll be able to get a little bit more hype and, you know, some interest to possibly, you know, grab some new people to possibly join the community. Because I do definitely think there are some time saves, but it's basically at this point just doing ILs, which are extremely inconsistent most of the time. Okay, so where am I at with this battle? I'm just gonna go ahead and finish it off and not worry about cool stuff. Gotta get more ability spheres though. Oh, wait, what? Oh, she's silenced. Oh my goodness. Way to be, Lulu. Yes, and buying a PS4 Pro. Yeah, that is that's the sad thing, is like the game really does matter whether you have a PS4. Like it saves about a minute if you have a PS4 Pro or not, and an SSD, like which it just sucks. But I mean, what can you do at the end of the day? I want a PS4 Pro anyway, and I think I've been saying this a decent amount with the new Spider-Man game release. I think I'm going to try and pick up the new. I do not like the fact that I feel like she's gonna die. But yeah, with the new Spider-Man console that's coming out, and I really want to buy Spider-Man anyway, I think I'll be able to, like, kind of... Oh my god, are you kidding me? I feel like I'll be able to make the investment to get through it all. Watch me die here. Watch me. Okay, thank goodness. I was really scared of that right there for a second. Let's see. Yeah, but one thing I found out from Plush that I did not know was that you could like you can hard set a game to run at a certain FPS, which I thought was really interesting. Because when I went through that trial period, when I bought one and returned it really fast, I didn't look at all the different settings that were available. I am perfectly fine with the fact that that battle went absolutely terrible. Because I really just want to get Lulu to the raw spells. Excuse me. You know. Just make everything more clean and make the next boss fight better. Or easier, I should say. And I'm just realizing that I have. Nice. I wonder... I don't remember whether extractability or not weaken. It doesn't. Oh, score. I always thought like the extractabilities made everything weaker for you, which was a sad news bears sort of thing. Okay, Kamari, and then Yuna, and Arn. The Uninator. Which Arn will have enough strength to kill this guy. Ugh, sad news bears. Let's see. That's fine. I think he's a freaking tank anyway. So the damage doesn't matter at the end of the day. More extractability, baby. Get those ability spheres. Stock up on them now. Three ability spheres? Hell yeah. Oh, that's right, because I got rid of the speed spheres too. Nice. Good move. That's fine. Ew, dude.
Miss me?
Not necessarily what I wanted to do, but I'll deal. That's just overkill with Lulu right now. Kind of want to start moving forward a little bit. Let's see. This. Oh, you know what? I swear she used the turn earlier, but
No worries.
doesn't matter that much. That's one thing I really do enjoy about this game overall, though, is like the fact that you can just.
Piece of cake.
Nice, got a crit too. Like, it's a little bit more strategic in the sense of, you know, how you use your party to make sure that everybody gets a turn, so that you're constantly cycling. Let's see. Nice. How many? 13. That's good. But yeah, you can cycle through all your characters pretty well, and it's kind of a more strategic option. These really just aren't worth it at the end of the day,
Miss me?
because they just take so much time to kill.
I won't go
And
so easy on you next time.
what was nice in the regular version is that they were the ones that give you ability spheres, but they just don't give you enough AP really to justify actually fighting them for any good reason
Ah,
in this version,
a summoner
or at least with the mod.
party. You
What's up,
too are a
Belgamine?
summoner?
My name is Belgamine. You are?
My name is Yuna.
Ah, the High Summoner's daughter. I've heard much of you. But you are still fresh on the road.
So again, are you saying
are
with
you
the Final Fantasy X
Yes, I am.
remaster,
not? I
or
might
like
have a few things to teach you.
FF7?
Let's see which are stronger. My Aeons or yours? A one-on-one match. Not to the death, of course. What do you say?
Not to the death.
I'll do my best.
I wonder how this will go.
Before we begin,
I completely forgot the heal
your
of Aeons.
Aeons have been healed. You can fight with your full strength.
Nice. So what did you find exactly? That you just like that the texture upgrades were overall were pretty baller, or like was there anything extra?
Show me how strong of a link you forged.
Oh, that's pretty awesome. We actually determine how you're supposed to look and everything. Excuse me. Yep. Let's see. I'm gonna use Blizzard until I'm basically almost dead, and then I'm gonna shield Blizzard until I'm almost dead, and then go for the Energy Blast. They're definitely gonna do a ton of damage. Holy nuts. Alright, well, Hail Mary. Hopefully this kills him. I'm sort of expecting it to not, but we shall see. It's usually an overkill when the... Oh, thank goodness. I was so worried for some reason. I was like, what if I don't kill him? This will be like the first time that I've never done it.
Stop. That is
Even on like my first playthrough as like a 10-year-old or however old I was.
not bad for one so young. I underestimated you. Take
Yeah, you
this.
did, Belgamine.
You've earned it.
I underestimated
You showed
myself.
With more training, you could defeat Sin.
Thank you.
Fun
But
fact, I
think
do.
you might defeat Sin before I am able to.
I cannot.
Huh?
Or should I
I wonder
say,
why.
I was not able to.
You mean
Farewell, Yuna. We'll meet again.
Oh man, I love every minute of it. Wait, she doesn't give you anything for this one, does she? Bah. Bah humbug. Yeah, I feel like one of those old men. That's whenever like they like when I found out that they rechanged the soundtrack and I first listened to it, I was like, oh, this sounds disgusting. Give me the old one. Very much a fan of the original.
Live and let live.
But yeah, I can never get over hearing the battle theme over and over and over and over again. Oh, there we go. It always makes me a little sad to hear too that like
Oh yeah.
Nobuo, like his, I think he's mentioned before that like his personal favorite is like FF9 music, and I'm just like, but no, 10 was like the epitome of everything you've ever done. Like,
See ya.
how can you say that?
Haha, what did I tell ya?
You're a modest one.
Oh, he's a modest one. Oh, ho, ho. Lulu is gonna be a friggin' beast after these next few levels. Grab this chest. Oh, 9 is your favorite. I'm sorry, Zick.
My Lady Summoner.
We can happily agree to disagree.
you're a summoner? Yes. My name is Yuna.
I'm Callie.
But it's nice that at least there's like
Nice to
so
meet
much
you,
like,
Callie.
you know, personal preference to
Lady
each
Yuna,
game and stuff like that.
Are you going to bring us the calm? Yes. Very soon.
Yay! We're looking forward to another calm, my Lady Summoner.
I'll do my best.
I just realized how like disturbing this
And
scene
good luck to
is.
your
Like if you
guardians as
like,
well.
wow, okay. I can agree there. I do really enjoy like basically all Final Fantasies. So, but like I just realized, like I just said,
What's
like
the
how
calm?
disturbing is
The
this
calm
scene?
is a time of peace.
Like it's
It
just like,
comes
oh, are
after
you gonna
a
bring us the
summoner
calm?
defeats
Like,
sin and
yeah,
lasts
and the
until
little kid
sin
gets all super
reappears.
excited, and you know, the ending.
Sin dies
What's
and is
supposed to
reborn.
happen at the end, because I don't want
I
to ruin it for
get
people
it.
that don't know. But
I thought it was weird. Yuna's dad
Oh, it's
defeated
so
Sin
messed up.
10 years ago, right? But Sin's still here.
I've actually
Would make
never
sense till
beaten
now.
2
Wait, if it just comes back,
or 5 or
Don't
6.
say it isn't worth it. Because
I did like.
it
I
is.
actually can say that I
Even
really
for a little
liked the
while.
mechanics.
People can
of 8.
sleep in their beds
No, I'll shut up while this
without
cutscene's
being
going.
afraid. That kind of time is worth anything. Don't say it isn't worth it. Your words that day, Yuna, I remember them well.
I can admit I did like the junction system in 8, but the story to me there are some holes. That's for sure. But I did enjoy it. 9 was kind of hit or miss just because I like had some life stuff going on when I first played it, and I was like, like I was really into it at first, and then like I realized the battle speed was super slow, and I was like, I don't know if I can take this anymore. Oh, dang it. but I did start with Final Fantasy on 7, so like 7 is kind of like got like a special place in my heart. But 10 was the first one I like really finished, like I guess on my own to say the least. So, and I also like really love the story, so I can't like not harp on that enough. Alright, so I think I'll have enough at the end of this to, or at least a few levels to get Lulu to get Blizzard, which is important, at least to me. And then Kamari. And I think once I beat the next boss, I'll stop. Because she's doing some pretty hectic damage right now, which is awesome. And I really have no idea where I got a magic sphere from at the beginning of the game, but I got it somewhere. What does she need? 152, so she needs like 2 more battles, and then she'll be good to go. Be good to mosey. Whereas Auron is just chugging through a lot of this stuff. Actually, a little bit surprised I'm already at the end of the high road. I got ambushed. That's not fun. Oh man, I got like super ambushed. That's crappy. Let's see. Nice. Overkill. Put in Yuna first. Heal. Lulu. Gotta get that healer overdrive. What's up, gun? Let's see if it posts. I'm a little bit skeptical because I think the settings I've got don't allow it. I'm wondering if it's not... It might not let you post it. Do you want to just send me the link and then I can post it in the chat for you? Let's see.
It's over.
Because again, I think my settings are a little bit funky with what allows. Or at least what is allowed and what is not. Or at least those that are interested. I think you can click on... There you go. You should be able to click on my name at that point and click Whisper, and then send me a Whisper.
My turn now. Ha!
Such damage. No. Yeah, one thing that would be nice would be to get in that last strength upgrade before the boss too. There you go. Boom. Dunzo. Gotta wait a minute for a little cutscene. So I need like 1, 2, 3. Well, I think he actually is weak to fire, so I only need to get 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I only need to get 3 more levels for Lulu. Ugh. Sad news bears. Which I think there's an item. Yep. Okay. This little chest here. 2,000 gil. Oh my goodness, what is going on? Alright. I'll just go ahead and post this here for now. Look at your own discretion just in case. But yeah, I'll check that out after the stream for sure. I've noticed that if I like click away from anything, it gets a little bit finicky about whether it, or at least my cursor gets finicky. Nice. Didn't expect that to actually work. Only 80? Ugh. Oh, nice. That's convenient then, so you actually able to look at it and see what it does. I'm confused, good. But yeah, thanks for sending over, Gun. Appreciate it. Yeah, I was getting sort of worried about whether I'd have enough spheres at the end of this to carry me for a while, which I believe I do. Let me see. Let's see. Status, Lulu. 231, so that's like at least another 20 minutes of grinding with overkills to hopefully get it. I think everybody's on that page, Gun, at this point. Everybody wants it just terribly, terribly, terribly bad. And the day we get it will be a glorious day.
Let them come.
Farewell.
But one thing that I can admit that I'm glad about is that the fact that they've said that they're going to take their time with it a little bit more and make sure it's a good game from the start rather than just kind of shoving it out the door. Because really, if they said, well, yeah, we're just going to try and get it out as fast as possible, I'd honestly be a little bit worried about the quality overall. And, you know, obviously some people are more worried than others about whether, you know, they'll include things that we want, and I think it's going to be, take the time. That's not what I wanted. Actually, the fireball will probably be good because I think the other guy is weak to fire. But for now, I want the switch hitter. Yes. Okay. Yeah, I think that's a little bit of what I was looking at whenever I played. Whenever I played the earlier games, it's I'm not too much into the you know, the 2D 16-bit aspect of it, but I can still appreciate the games for, you know, what they are a little bit more. You know, where they came from and those sorts of things. Nice. Double evasion. Way to go. Ooh. Ooh. I think I'm just jamming out to all these tunes, though. Plus, with the amount of times that I've been to the Distant World concerts, like, I like this. I like to think that I can really appreciate the music. 9 AP. Oh my goodness.
Hey, we saw the game. You guys were great.
Congratulations, Waka.
Hey, stop loafing around.
You do?
The Lady Summoner and her guardians.
This mission requires our full attention. We've no time to waste. Understood?
Yes, ma'am. Apologies, ma'am.
Carry on.
See, keep your head down, say sir a lot, and you'll do fine.
Right, sir.
Hey, Yuna. Even though Yevon rejected us, we still believe in you. That won't ever change.
Thank you, Sir Luzu, Sir Gata. But, you know, it's not too late for you to go back to Besaid and...
We should be going, sir.
Admittedly, with the episodic stuff, like I can see why they shouldn't do it, but I feel like with today's day and age, there's a lot that they can add to it by being episodic. Like they can really add in the little things, you know, and as they go on, make edits and make sure that they kind of, you know, hit points that they may have to miss or like cut with what would be done today in tradition, like, you know, game development, those sorts of things, without making it like an extremely huge game with, you know, going through like all of that. I feel like a lot of the story that they would have included in the, like, because of the lack of the graphical content in the 90s, you know, made up for that. Whereas nowadays it's kind of like they got to focus a lot on the animation and those sorts of things to make up, not make up, but there's a bit of a trade-off in all of it. Like I feel like there will be gaps, but I feel like, you know, depending on how they do the episodes, they could possibly do it right if they kind of follow along with some things of how the, you know, like the storyline, basically, if they don't skip anything. I want to give them the chance to be able to make it, to say it's going to be okay, versus, you know, just flat out saying, you know, it's going to be terrible. But I'm a hopeful person. I like to be positive, so we'll see. I can't guarantee anything at the end of the day, but I have my hopes, and I'd rather be hopeful than negative. Let's see.
Allow me.
Yeah, I guess you've got a point there. I really haven't thought about what, you know, the distance between the gaps would be. And I guess really at the end of the day, I don't think I'd be mad. Like, the game's already come out, like the original's already there. They're supposed to be completely rebuilding the game from the ground up. You know, like, as long as they release it and do it justice, I think, in the sense of with the storytelling and, you know, what's available for you to do, like, I don't think I'd be mad. At least I like to err on the side of caution of, you know, what would they give us if we didn't give them the time to make it a good game versus, you know, what can they provide. It would suck to have it be a year, you know, like it wouldn't be, you know, like it wouldn't be great to wait, but and that's kind of what I'm getting at, is I feel like if we don't get to peep in the bee house or have those like kind of like just like super weird scenes for no reason, then I'd be upset. I feel like those would be the first things to go if they just released it as a full game and just been like, yep, here it is, have fun. Here's now Final Fantasy VII as it would have been if we released it today, sort of deal. But that's kind of that's my thought of it. Is I feel like if they make it more episodic, they can get at those sort of like weird things, you know, at the end of the day, like, oh, we get the honeybee in now, and, you know, everybody gets to see, you know, Don Corleone's mansion, you know, like in full graphical amazingness with, you know, Cloud dressing up as a or doing, you know, dressing up a drag and those sorts of things. So that's kind of where I'm at with it. A year between it, I wouldn't be happy, but again, with how games have been releasing the past few years, like, it's like a good game really only comes out, like, you know, 1 or 2 really good games only come out. I missed that. 1 or 2 good games really only come out every year. It's not like, you know, there's just all these like massive hits every year because the game industry is just thriving. It's just more of, you know, people have really high expectations nowadays, and you gotta really you know, go at that as you can. The voice acting, admittedly, I'm not too much of a stickler on that sort of stuff, like, especially, you know, because if I say that Final Fantasy X is my favorite game of all time, it's like, well, the voice acting though, and I'm like, well, it was the first Final Fantasy with voice acting, you know, I gotta make my justifications for it. So, you know, at the end of the day, I think I'll be okay. I feel like they're gonna use the same people that they used in like Advent Children, and I wouldn't be mad if they did a decent job like that. I just don't want Cloud to be, you know, like a downer, or like he was in Advent Children. I want Cloud to be like a, you know, a lively character that, you know, goes through all of his issues, but, you know, isn't like a, you know, somebody that's like, you know, kind of like squallish, where they're kind of just, you know, sort of emo and like, life is pain, existence is pain, Jerry, sort of thing, you know. But at the end of the day, I feel like they'll do us justice with the time that they're taking to get it done. Okay. I need to pay attention now, because I'm almost there. I need 2 more sphere levels, which is like, I said 20 minutes. I went through some cutscenes. I've been talking a lot. Almost there. It's gonna be a super long video.
I'm a guardian now, so watch out. Oh yeah.
But at this point, I'm just gonna hammer through everything as fast as I can. If I can. I think it'll take about 6 battles overall, depending on how many overkills I get. So, counting down 5. And I don't want to trigger this cutscene yet, because basically once I trigger this cutscene, I'm at the edge of where I need to be. Ah, no, I messed it up. Mashed a little bit too quickly. Let's see. Fire. Oh, great. Confused. Waka has been getting a ton of crits. Is his luck higher? I swear his luck is higher. I also haven't been using any... Let me check his stats real fast. He's got 27 accuracy, 19 luck, 18, 17, 18. He's got the highest luck out of all of my characters, but I figure 1 point in luck wouldn't give him that much of a boost in crits that he's been getting. Okay, so Ruru can go ahead and try and blizzard this dude. Okay. Arn needs to get on this so he can get that last strength upgrade. And oh, did he get that strength upgrade? Oh, thank goodness. He's actually like doubling his damage output now, which is nice. Nice. One more level, Lulu, and we can go take out this boss. He did. Okay. Alright, that makes me relieved. Now he's actually going to be overkilling things and getting me more AP. But it won't be too much more. So. My hope was actually to do a lot of this portion in quicker terms. That's not the right word. To basically just do this on my own and come back later for it. But not that big. I'll probably just post it all on YouTube because why not? And why not while I'm here?
Let them come.
Favorite 10 character? I mean, honestly, Titus is probably my favorite just because of like the character growth that he has. On top of him, probably Waka, same way, but I like how in the story, like, the first time around, Titus is the protagonist because he's just who you know, right? Like, you see everything from his eyes, so, you know, he is the protagonist, but at the end of the day, Yuna is really the protagonist because it's kind of the central thing in which everything focuses around, so, you know, that realization kind of makes it a deeper story for me and kind of gives it more replayability, you know? At least from what I would expect with newer players, right? That's what you should expect. But yeah, I think Titus first, probably Yuna second, and then descending from there, Waka, Auron, Lulu, Riku, Kamari. I feel like not a lot of people are big on Kamari, and I feel sort of bad for the character in that aspect, but I feel like he's a good all-around, like, he helps progress the story and more or less, you know, than you would expect with a kind of a side character. But more than, I think her name, I think how you pronounce this, Kina. So. I passed, you know what, Zik? I passed up Blitzball Kid, and I'm kind of upset that I did, because I wasn't exactly sure where he was at this part, because it's literally this part of the story, and I'm upset at myself that I didn't, like, point him out and be like, guys, who else wants to be a Blitzball when they grow up? But yeah, Blitzball Kid's great. And just that they even put that in the game is just like perfect, perfection. Everything I wanted out of a game and more. I want to be a Blitzball when I grow up. Completely unnecessary, but absolutely necessary all at the same time.
Enough. That's how it's done.
One more battle, Lulu. Uno mas. And you're there. You're there, honey. You know what? I was thinking as main characters too. I respect that. I respect that a lot. Like, Jecht certainly develops as kind of like somebody that you're like, God, this guy's a jackass. To, well, I guess I would say at the end of the day, he redeems himself. That's more of the thing, because I don't think he apologizes for his actions enough, but they kind of make it seem like, you know, this was a bad parent that, you know, tried to, you know, at the end of the day do his best, I guess. But yeah, Jecht certainly. One game, he is pretty, I mean, overall very badass is a good way to put it. Tidus has been missing an awful odd amount. There we go.
You like that?
3 overkills, that'll set me way over the line. Wait, oh crap, I got it wrong, didn't I? I need 1 more sphere level. Oh no. No, I didn't. Okay, whew. I thought I miscalculated for some reason. I was like, oh goodness. Okay, whew. Okay, we're done. The grinding is over. As much as I love it, like, I honestly don't mind it at the end of the day.
We'll defeat sin any way we can.
But Yevon's teachers
Oh,
say
I've probably done
Enough.
at least.
I
Oh, set up for the
only meant
cutscene.
to...
Are you
Kill
all
me?
right?
Lady Summoner?
Yes, I am Yuna.
It is an honor, my lady. My name is Shalinda. I am a disciple of
I'm
Yevon.
honestly playing this game on lower
What's all that
graphics
about?
too, because I
A
only
Crusaders
have a GTX
operation?
970, so to stream and play the
You
game
mean
at the
the
same
one
time is a little
Gata
bit
and
much for my
Luzu were
computer.
talking about?
I heard
but,
they were
yeah.
to use Forbidden Machina. I had to
But yes,
stop
I've
them.
played this game a pretty decent
Huh?
amount overall. I'll just leave it
Why?
there.
The use of Machina is strictly forbidden by the Yevon priesthood.
That's bad, yeah?
Yeah, then priesthood.
Let them use whatever they
Scoff.
want. They still won't defeat sin.
But it's not about defeating sin. The teachings of Yevon must be upheld.
Yeah, right.
But you don't understand. The Crusaders won't even listen to me. And it's all because I'm just a lowly acolyte.
Don't say that. Well, I haven't been a summoner for very long myself, you see. Still, I can't put myself down every time I fail. People are depending on me. They're depending on both of us.
Yes. Yes, you're right, my lady. Absolutely right. Thank you so much, Lady Yuna. Now, I feel I have the courage to finish my training. I will do my best to...
Yeah, you get a point as a man. Okay, but yeah, okay, now, sorry. I was letting that play out for YouTube stuff, so I'm not completely blowing through everything.
Oh yeah.
Alright. Let's see how much damage I do with this. But yeah, feel free to post your thoughts. Yes, 2k damage. My man. Or my girl? My woman? I don't know. What's the best way to say that? Skill, ability. Nice. Always gotta get those overkills. Just sad to get him at like so much later in the grind session than earlier. Alright.
We rest
Made it.
here.
But this isn't our bed shop.
Shut up, Waka. Nobody cares.
Is that a problem?
They don't believe in Yevon. And in Luca, they kidnapped Yuna.
Scoff.
Where were her guardians?
Oh.
Ban myself from the shame. Kidnap
Sir
you.
Orin's just concerned about your health.
I'm not tired one bit.
Well, I am.
He's an old man. He's like 35 during the time of this game, which is absolutely nuts. That's super old
As if
for
I could sleep.
like any sort of any character in Final Fantasy. I thought there was an he gives you a primer. Okay. Alright. I'm gonna save now. Sure, yeah. Protect. Yep. I agree with that piece. Okay. Feel free to post everything too while I wait here for this cutscene. Or let this cutscene play out, and I'll post my thoughts after.
That sunset was different from the one I saw in Kilika.
It
was quiet, almost gentle.
What you up to?
Pretty.
Sure is.
I wish I could live in a place like this. Peaceful. Living with a smile on my face every day.
You can, once you beat Sin, right?
But then, a new sin will be born anyway.
Well, then you can just beat it again.
I wish I could.
Hey, you can. Trust me. You are the best summoner out there. Yuna, why does Sin always come back?
Sin is our punishment for our vanity. And it will not go away until we've atoned.
How do we do that? What did we do that was so bad in the first place? Ah, was it using lots of Machina or something? Oh, wait, was that such a bad thing, really?
It's funny. Ever since I was young, I never questioned it. But now that you ask me if it is that bad or not, I don't know. There are so many things I don't know.
Well, then we're the same. Oh, such thinking is very unbecoming of a summoner. Sound like Micah?
That's not very nice, you know.
You know, during a game, you have to think of Blitz and nothing else, you know?
Okay.
You can't think, that's a cute girl on the fifth seat from the right. And you can't be thinking about where you're gonna go on that date, because the minute you do, that's when you lose. You see, Yuna, what I mean is, you really shouldn't worry, you know? After we beat Sin, that's when you can worry about the future.
I guess.
But Yuna, how are you supposed to beat something big like that?
The final summoning. It's the only way to defeat Sin. The only way. With it, we can call the final Aeon. That's the goal of the pilgrimage. The faith of the final summoning lies waiting in the far north to greet summoners that complete their pilgrimage. At the world's edge in Xanarkand.
In Xanarkand?
She means the ruins of a city destroyed 1,000 years ago.
You sure it's ruins?
That's what I've heard.
You'll see it for yourself soon enough. Yuna, come back inside.
You will go with us to Xanarkand?
Yeah, I'll go. I'll go to Xanarkand to see it with my own eyes. I knew it couldn't be my Xanarkand, but I had to make sure.
Save again. See, I get that logic overall. Like, I can agree that, like, I don't think Jack was ever supposed to be a bad guy in the sense that, you know, he's causing all this stuff to be happening. But, like, as a father sort of thing, he's kind of the bad guy in that aspect. But I do see your point in how, like, you know, he kind of does set everything in motion and, you know, makes it so that, you know, the world, Spira, is completely rescinded to begin with, so, you know, and then they kind of do explain how...
nice to meet you.
Hello, Dusaki. And how they explain that, you know, like, basically Sin is taking over him just to use his final Aeon as kind of like a,
if you are interested,
with Yevon and stuff like that, as sort of a,
primers can be found,
you know, a wraparound for everything that goes on. But
finding them and learning our language
don't want to spoil too much this early in the game.
Here, let me give you one. In
definitely get into these deep conversations of what, you know,
might want to
Final
be
Fantasy X is supposed to be
speak our language.
later.
Yeah, I hear Al Bhed aren't liked much. Oh, sorry.
They're not liked much. Big guns.
A decky
It's a
Krista.
shame. It is a shame.
Someone help! The chocobos!
That's our cue. Let's go.
Huh?
Oh,
Huh?
thank you for your help.
Huh?
Ooh, Mega Potions, nice.
To the Chocobo Corral.
I think the fatherhood thing could be probably counted as one of those personal demons, but again, you know, it's kind of it's where you start getting into, you know, opinions aspect of it is kind of, you know, what are you using as your criteria of, you know, personal demons versus the life experiences they've been through and stuff like that. But alright, so plan is be done with Chocobo Eater as fast as possible. So haste on Ruru. Whoa, that just spooked the crap out of me.
Now,
Yes.
hit it hard.
Okay. And nice. That's kind of what I expected. That he's gonna hit like a friggin' tank. Okay, so I really just need to do 2 more hits from Lulu. How much HP does he have? So that should be enough. Look at this. Titus. Really, at this point, it doesn't matter. Yep, there we go. Haha. I actually rarely do that on my normal playthroughs, but I guess I'm just too focused on the physical aspect of it. So, but yeah, dude. Anytime, anytime you want a theorycraft, let me know. You feel free to message me or pop into a stream. Although usually most of my streams are Shadow of the Colossus based, but
as a
yeah,
token of our gratitude, the
order
first
thing.
time is free of charge. Please ask the attendant if you wish to rent.
Thank you so much for saving the chocobos.
Waka in the background's like, ha 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 ha. Alright. Nice. Good stuff. But yeah, the Lance thing, yeah. We could do it some other time. I'd want to like finish the game first, like I said, but I mean, there'll be more time during other stuff like Spider-Man and, you know, other games that I'm streaming overall. But yeah, so I'm actually really proud of how that went for Titus getting one-shotted. But to answer your last question of, or at least I broke his lance, that was from the that's from the mod, just left over. So save again, and yeah, thanks for watching, everybody that stuck around for it. Really appreciate it. And Gun, hopefully, you know, follow if you like me. And you can enjoy more streams as we hang out. But yeah, I'm gonna stop for now. I'll end up posting this to YouTube tonight probably if I can format the video and get everything done. But yeah, thanks again for watching, and catch you guys later. Might be streaming tomorrow, maybe, we'll see. But yeah, take it easy and catch you all later. Yeah, take it easy, Zick. Hopefully we get to chat at GDQ next year. So, and yes, Gun, hopefully. that's a hope. So yeah, so if anybody wants to catch me around then, I'll probably be announcing what days we're going to be there, hopefully if Shadow of the Colossus gets in. But if not, I'll probably be attending anyway, just kind of as a, you know, as a pleb hanging around watching other streams. But yeah, take it easy, guys, and like I said, catch you tomorrow or next time.